From the Black Lives Matter movement to the presidential campaign cycle, racism is part of the national discourse. I'm Nathan O'Leary for Comcast Newsmakers at the Majestic Theater in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Healing Racism Institute of Pioneer Valley Director Waleska Lugo-Dejesús is my guest. And Waleska, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Nathan.
With the current political climate, the entire nation is being confronted with issues of race wherever you look. But the Healing Racism Institute of Pioneer Valley has been tackling these issues for years. Can you talk about that?
I will, thank you. So in 2011, there was some leaders in the community that were part of a list of recommended cities to visit that compared to Springfield. And in one of those visits, and that was identified by the Boston Federal Reserve, in one of those visits, they went to Grand Rapids, Michigan. To their surprise, every pocket of the community that they visited, if it was government, it was the private sector, public sector, everyone was talking about racism and its impacts. And so these group of leaders decided to investigate where this was coming from and discovered that the local Chamber of Commerce was providing these community dialogues about race and wanted to bring it to Springfield.
Can you talk a little bit about more who you are and also how you go about helping people understand racism, not just in the Pioneer Valley, but beyond?
So I started as a participant to the Healing Racism Institute, and I was in professional transition and felt transformed by the experience and decided that I wanted to be a part of it. Then I quickly got recruited to become the director of the Healing Racism Institute. And what we provide is a 2-day experience, and we purposely call it an experience and not a training because we challenge the normal paradigms of training because we incorporate real history, exercise, dialogue, and candid conversation to have definitions of the impacts of racism, institutionalized racism, structuralized racism, interpersonal, but more importantly, how that plays out in your personal life and also in your workplace. Our founding funders are the Davis Foundation and Bay State Health, and we began by having this community dialogue with upper-level leadership, so presidents, executive directors of agencies, and it was by invitation only. What we realized after a year and a half is that we were ready to launch out to the community. And to date, we have 380 community members that we call Healing Racism alumni that have participated in the dialogue, impacted over 16 sectors of the community and over 145 agencies. So the opportunity for every person to make a difference within their workplace and within the community is endless.
Out of all those people, tell us about some of the success stories of your program.
Yeah, so one of my favorite success stories is the Springfield Public School System. The superintendent, assistant superintendent attended the Healing Racism experience, brought it back to their leadership and said, you know, this is something that I really want the cabinet to be a part of. So he made it mandatory for the cabinet to attend. And when all of them attended, he rolled it out to the high school principals. And now to other administrators and other leadership of the Springfield Public School System. So now we have over 35 administrators that have gone through the session. But the impact, if you think of a principal within a high school and the hundreds of students that they have, how they frame their programming within the schools, that also has a ripple effect to the students. But most importantly, they also provided an ad hoc committee, and that ad hoc committee call themselves Race Matters, and they continue the dialogue.
How can people learn more and get involved?
Thank you, Nathan. I'd invite your viewers to visit www.healingracismpv.org. We host 5 sessions per year, and we have 2 remaining in 2016, one in August and one in October. And I hope that everyone realizes that they have an opportunity to make a change within their own spheres of influence. And taking the Healing Racism session and the experience is just one way to enter in the dialogue and to learn how you can do that.
Thank you so much. Waleska Lugo-Dejesús, the Executive Director of the Healing Racism Institute of Pioneer Valley. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nathan.
And thank you for joining us here for Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Nathan O'Leary.